Bang. I don't often get to start the morning like this, where I have like food coma already. Oh man, it was a good and a bad idea at the same time. We're good. We're good. Oh, wrong cup. Wrong cup. Yeah. What is up, everyone? This is different cup. Do Coffee with Soul. I am your host. Hey. We're gonna chat. We're gonna talk. We're going to I'm gonna hit the record button now. We're gonna see if I end up shooting like a live weekly, like I did last week. That seemed to be fine. You know, it wasn't the best. You know, usually I like doing like the more scripted commentary where I try to be a little bit more careful about what I say, but then I guess ripping it gives me a lot of excuses. You know, in case I put my foot in my mouth and all that. But I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be okay. There are a couple of topics that I'll want to bring up, and I talked about them just a little bit during the week. Like, it was stuff about like Final Fantasy 14, like the commentary about housing. But then there's also some new stuff of that came out of their kind of BlizzCon FanFest, I believe it's called. And so we'll talk about like what's going on with that, or like one of the big pieces of news that has, you know, some relationship to World of Warcraft. So I'll be able to like wind it back. It's not a game versus game thing, I promise. Although people might just use it like that anyway. Oh well. There are no visits. We are done with visits until patch day for US realms. So visits will resume on August 11th, and I'm going to start reaching out to some folks over on the EU side. I think at least one person has reached out, so I'm grateful for that. So we can have like a nice queue of folks to look at, but we're just kind of done for right now. I was able to also kind of test myself a little bit. I processed the whole week's videos. They're all ready to go. I don't have titles and thumbnails for them yet. But they're all done. So, and I got it done in just a few hours. So I'm like, okay, you know, I can, you know, once I get caught up with like the whole backlog, the whole archive, it pretty much means that as long as I like stay on top of shit, I'll be able to, you know, one, produce things, but then two, I think I might be able to like do the whole title thumbnail thing. I can start getting caught up with that. That might manifest into something. So into the tour of the Hydro Maze housing, mine's much. Oh, nice. Which house was yours? Because I'm not familiar with your Twitch handle. But I'll probably remember you from group visits. You know, we were talking about that a little bit before, a little bit yesterday. Like, whose names do I remember? Group visits, I tend to remember more. It's not guaranteed. Auxilia, you were the last person. You. I was gonna say you're old. No, that's so messed up. I remember. Yeah, you were the last visit. Awesome. Well, cool. Yes, right. Okay, now they said it. Okay. Hey, you know what? I'm also 30. Happy birthday. Yeah. So, oh god, I think my dad is oh man, my dad's like 82, 83 or something like that. Yeah. I'll tell you this. You're way more capable than my dad will ever be. I can't even give him a phone. Oh, happy birthday. Okay. Yeah, he can't even handle a smartphone or hell, he could barely handle like an old Nokia phone back in the day, you know what I mean? He couldn't manage those. Like it's that bad. So he's cool with a remote control. He's cool with a landline. That's about it. that's about as far as it goes. Well, thanks for dropping by and visiting. Like I said, no visits today, but I am going to. Well, okay, since I'm on, I might as well like try to do things. I can hit the I key a bunch of times. Yeah, surely I can do this. I'm just gonna do my alchemy rounds real quick. I'm trying to be more diligent about it, but I'm excited. Like, you know, I feel like I'm really starting to have this whole system and whatever like together to where I can stay caught up with things, and then I can actually relax a little bit, just a little bit. I'm confused. I filled the application on Discord, but it seems I didn't make the cut. What was your handle? Because I remember there were 2 people that filled out their thing wrong. One person didn't put in their BattleNet correctly. The other person filled out a different form altogether. And that was incorrect. So, and I think that's my fault. I think maybe it wasn't labeled properly. But let me know your handle, and I will figure this out now because I got the time for it. Yay! Yeah, these are the things I get excited about, folks. This is definitely small potatoes. So let me pull up my list and stuff. But yeah, let's get you taken care of. I don't want you to feel like left out. There is no cut. I'll tell you that. There is no cut that you need to like make in order to get it. But yeah, or if you want to DM me, but let me know the handle that you signed up with, and then I will find you. And if I can't find you, then there might have been then legit there might have been something wrong with the form filling out. So yeah, just let me know when you can. Okay, by address. You know, that works. I can search based on that too. Okay, nothing on the main form. Okay, you're not on either of my forms. So, hold on. Let me, actually, wait. I didn't filter out the error things. Okay, so red, sun, hill. I don't see you. Sacred Gloom Hill, Pale Sail, something Dredge, Hearthfire Hill, Silent Flag, Somber, something, something, something. I see no. As far as the score handle, is that the handle you put in when you signed up? Because there's like a form you fill out where I want your display name, and you know, how about this? Give me your battle tag, but not the numbers. That'll do. People are fine with that, right? That's not, I don't think that doesn't violate nothing. You'll try again? Well, the form is full now. Or the form's closed at the moment. I just want to find it. Like if there is an error, or if there was a goof up on my process that I can fix, then I'd love to fix that. So, yeah, if you want to give me your battle tag without the numbers, that'll most definitely do it. But although I should be able to find you by your address too, unless there was a typo. Now the other thing too, because you don't remember the battle tag being asked for, well, it's your battle tag, so you should only have one, and you should know what your battle tag is. Otherwise, there's a unique issue that we're having here. All right, so let me park this guy back. What am I doing out here? Was I out here for a reason? This guy is out in the frontier. He's nowhere near his alchemy table, where he should be. Smartest. Okay, so yeah, I'm not seeing you. So there's a non-zero chance that between the time you clicked the form and started filling stuff out, someone might have the queue might have filled at that time too. So sometimes it goes that fast, which is very unfortunate. And that's why I'm thinking about like what to do about that. Like I'm thinking about doing some sort of like waitlist queue or like a grievance queue. You know, it's like if you've been trying to sign up and you have just not, it's just not working out for you, here's a form, fill this out, and then you get onto a wait list. And then I would figure it out. But then it's going to become like management hell. I won't know how to handle like this backlog because I don't know how long those folks might be waiting. It could be like weeks. It could be longer. So I'm not sure how to manage that. Yeah, how would I manage that? Or maybe it can be like this weird system where like, okay, if someone in chat here is like saying, hey, I've been trying to sign up, you know, I can't do it, it's not happening, and then I'll directly give them a link, like a separate link, so that way they can sign up. Maybe that's it. Because I think for the most part, I'm probably not going to see bad actors. Keep it as is. I know, but you're not the only one. Trust me, you're not the only one who has trouble getting in or thought they got in and they did not, and that feels bad. Yeah. So I guess I'm just not sure if I'm not sure if I'm doing everything I can to make sure that we accommodate folks. Yeah, right now the flow is good, but you know, it's just like, okay, what can we do better? You know, can we improve this? So this isn't me like trying to single you out or anything like that, because like I said, you're not the only one who is running into the issue, and it's something that's, you know, I was thinking about it a lot yesterday. I'm like, hey, what do I do about that? Is there anything I can like figure out? And the closest thing I can think of was to make some sort of like a separate backlog queue thing. Having some that didn't also I don't know how to do that. That's for sure. Now what I'm totally cool with, and maybe I'll just inform people as they fill stuff out. I'll just say, hey, don't waste time on this part. Send me information later. I definitely want notification of like secret rooms like right away. That's cool. But as for like extra stuff, you know, just as soon as we do the battle tag handshake thing, then you can message me directly, and that'll be fine too. So, and that's worked out, mostly. That's all good, Jason. Thanks. Maybe a channel Discord for issues, concerns, etc. DMs are fine, because that way, because that stays private. Yeah. Because then I would need to make a new system of like, okay, I'll have a channel here, and like, can everyone see it? Should it be only for certain people? You know, what kind of information is allowed to be shared in this otherwise public channel? And so far, DMs seem fine. Yeah, because I have the full record of everyone too. It's like, okay, cool, here's the separate conversation. So that way I'm only scrolling through like one person's like conversation at a time, because then I'll get confused. That's the sucky thing about doing this alone, doing this solo. There is no executive assistance or anything like that. I haven't feel like I've needed one yet, but I know I'm walking the line too. But my solution has mostly been, okay, just let's think of a smart solution for it that'll work out, rather than just throw another body at it. Oh. Now I'm finished by home, I can get back to finally playing again. Oh, you know what, that reminds me. Wig Wag. Oh no, and I can't do it here. I gotta do it from there's this design over on the WoW subreddit, the WoW housing subreddit, that like blew up. I'm like, oh dude, it looks so good. And I tried seeing a glance at it. I barely got a peek at it. I'm not going to show it here on stream because they didn't officially unveil it to the public yet, and so that'd be rude. But I'm going to bug people really quick. Hey, sorry for not answering your DM from way back. Just want to say, awesome build you set up. Tried to take a quick peek and mostly failed, but what I saw was freaking sick. Cheers. And that's it. Alright, so next guy. Good morning, Valeri. I didn't even say hi to people yet. Oh no. What's up to Savatar? You're the first person to say hi. Also, what's up to Miss Cenopite and Tazo and Ravens? What's up to Jolly Goodfella, Hazelnut, Annie Frell, Arcadius, Moxine, Old Mama Bear. Hello to Mashoot Seat and Hex Raven. Hello to Arumis and Boomer and Kaisho and Xander and Kamatots. It's up to Lily and Storm and the rest of y'all. The beautiful digital spawn faces going to join us throughout the day. Yay! How about on the Sun Forum, you have a few questions like, do you have secret rooms? Are there any RP involved that might help with not having to fill out big robes by the house? Secret rooms, yes, that is there. And I just give a quick thing that says, do you have one? And like, what is it, basically? Oh, you know, it's a thing on the second floor, blah, blah, blah. And that's kind of it. Yeah. Because I am totally cool with managing afterwards afterwards over DMs in separate conversations, because the scale that which I deal with those kinds of questions and additional information, it all fits within the context of 1 week, or, you know, like a weekend or so, up to where the visits actually happen. So it's kind of like it's kind of condensed. You know, I'm not managing weeks and weeks and weeks worth of like wrangling or stuff. Like the plates that I spin with that. Does that make sense? You know, it's easy to manage. So I'm cool with that. The concern right now is on the user end. like I can't see some of these people at all because other people are signing up and they're losing their chance. That's the concern that I have right now. So it's like, how do I manage that in a way that is manageable? And the only other solution that I had so far was I'm just gonna do more visits in a week. Hey, and you know, so now I'm doing 18 instead of 15. So like, there's that. That's about it though. Part of what I'm going to do today, towards the end of stream, I'm not quite sure how long I'm going to stream today. I'm going to make sure that we raid my channel, the rerun channel, one more time. That should hopefully be the last time, and then I can promote that channel, and then that'll be the last time I do that awkward thing. So there'll be one more live stream coming from that channel, and then afterwards, it's just going to play videos all day. So I added more stuff. I'm impressed. Yeah, no, it wasn't so bad. You know, it took a while to, like I was saying this yesterday, it took a while to like set up that whole system and make it manageable, but I think I have a good flow. And like everything counts, from the data transfer part of it to when I like move items onto like the whole editing page and like that flow. It took a lot to kind of like feel my way through and be like, okay, I lose seconds out of this. And it's definitely a discipline thing too. Like, cause I'll slack off, I'll miss things, you know, and I'll just get bad about shit. Oh shoot, I didn't even look at my, my concentration. Shoot, I might be full. That's not good. Albert there, hey, what's up? What is up? You know, I wanted to ask, like, I know that like I haven't looked at socials much lately. I know that you post like transmog stuff every now and then. Do you do housing stuff too? Because I don't know. I've not noticed anything. I'm curious. All right, let's get through this stuff. What other hot topics were there this week? It didn't feel like there was much. It was like the Final Fantasy stuff, and then people were reacting to that. And I think there was like some, there's Dungeons and Dragons. But then I'm so disconnected from that. Like I'm just gonna feel like, oh, I'm just gonna say, hey, it's happening, and like I don't know anything about D&D. But I'm happy for, I'm happy for people. But that is neat. The rest of everything is like patch coverage, and so I'm going to be spending a lot of time getting that's what next week is going to be, mostly just getting myself caught up with all the patch stuff. One thing that I am going to explore a little bit more is, can lobies survive in the 12.1 content? And the short answer is yes. But, you know, there's like the little asterisk. It's like, okay, what can I survive and what am I going to need help with? You know, and so far it feels like it's going to be kind of typical. Like it's expected results. You know, we shouldn't have to be like, oh, well, I need to have this sort of item level just to like survive. Otherwise I get vaporized as soon as I get, it's not like that. And it has been like that for a while. Blizzard has been, they've improved on how they handle, you know, lobies in current content. Like if you just leveled up and you did it through turbulent time ways and your gear sucks, your item level is still like 200 or something like that, you'll survive. So, did I see the tavern room they're putting in? Not sure if I like it. A tavern room? I'm not sure about a tavern room. I don't post much housing stuff, but sometimes. Got it. What's up, Gatsby? Find it interesting that 14's looking up to WoW. I've been there. Can't see me going back there. WoW housing is so much better, and I can see it going to more amazing places. Competition's always good, and it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny, like the way people reacted to the game director's statements about WoW housing. You know, basically giving them praise, and then You know, people took that as this like, oh, what a tender moment. Uh, but it's not a tender moment. It's a reminder because that hasn't changed. You know, the fandoms, they're like, oh, WoW versus Final Fantasy, classic versus retail, like very combative, and that's fandom for you. You know, I think that's I don't think it's good. I don't think it's bad. I think it's just kind of the nature of things. Um, but then above that, among developers, it's like, oh hey, what's up, dude? You know, everyone's cool because game dev is a pretty small world. People kind of sort of know each other in that space. You know, there's a certain solidarity among them because they're the people behind the stage. You know, they're just like doing their thing. You know, they don't really beef like that. Not like we do. What was the macro I pressed? Yeah, let me tell you. It's a certain add-on that I set up, or that I have. So DFCM or something like that. Yeah, I'll show you. Because of TBC time walking, I managed to get the transmog for the infamous Warglyphs. Oh, nice! Congratulations. Someday, if I play a Demon Hunter, I will do that too. Okay, so the add-on that I'm using is called starts with D, right? F. Here we go. Patron Order Helper. That's what it's called. Patron Order Helper. So with this add-on, I go here and it goes immediately to the crafting orders. I'm presented with a screen like this. It shows me a lot of like transparency as to like, okay, here's the orders, here's what you get, yada yada yada. The magic is here. The patron filters and settings. So I have it set to do certain things where it will automatically do a bunch of different stuff. I don't know how any of this stuff works except for these filters here, where I'll hide certain orders or ones that need concentration, so it doesn't try to do those, but I want to see them anyway, you know, just for transparency's sake. And then at the very bottom is this create DFPO auto macro. So it'll do the patron things. And so here I have it mapped to the I key, and I hit I, and I hit it again, and I hit it again, and now it's doing the thing, and then auto completes the thing, and then it moves on to what's next on the checklist. I hit the key again. This accepts the order. This starts the queue, and then moves on to the next thing. So after that, then I just talk with chat, and I just keep hitting this button until I'm done. And then yeah. I like to use Nomads. Nomad has nice clean display. I believe you. You know, like does it do this though? Does it do the macro thing? Visually, it's not. It doesn't bother me. I'm totally good with gore. Okay, not really. I'm usually good with gore on my screen. I don't mind it as long as it hits that functionality. Especially because these are my alts, and otherwise I'm not really doing anything with them. It was actually mostly a courtesy to people's eyeballs that I haven't checked my concentration again. I would have the unedited UI up, if anything, like where you see like all the class icons or abilities, like all the frames would be all jacked up looking and everything. But yeah, whatever. Yeah, I am capped. Fuck. That's, you suck, buddy. That means I gotta go through them again and craft. Oh, you know, that's fine. Yeah, that's not so bad. Here, so I'll start now, right? So who am I on? Salamander? Okay, so let's just start the things. You know, so we'll do the stuff. And oh, that's pretty good. Damn, that's big money. That's like 30 some that I got out of that. Woo, big money. Okay, anyway. Do I ever check my mail? Once a week, for the most part. So once a week, I'll just grab everything and then send all these materials and potions and whatever to my main. Learn all the skill. So I'll do that once a week. Otherwise, it's like, yo, I don't got time for this. I'm just going to let that stuff build out, and it all fits within the context of 1 week, and we're good to go. It doesn't do the macro, but I don't want to accidentally use my gold star mats, so I don't use that cool add-on that I am. Yeah, so like my secret there, Andy, I don't keep any of it. If I have rank 2 mats, I sell them immediately because for the most part I don't use any. You know, and if I don't use any, then you know, okay, cool. It's very rare where I will need rank 2 mats for perfect crafting, basically. Or if I'm doing perfect crafting, I don't really use any of that stuff. So like for the most part, if I'm making stuff for myself, for my characters, like I'll just use concentration because I craft very rarely anyway. So I'll always have the concentration that I needed. You know, this is just, you know, speaking to my behavior, and that's it. I just want to know if anyone is setting up spaces specifically for blueprint sharing once the patch is out. I know that people are going to do it. Yeah, I know that people are going to try and sell blueprints. And my advice to each and every one of those people is don't try to sell it for real money. Are we doing PTR? Once I go through the process here, yeah, I'm gonna check out some PTR stuff. You know, and not housing stuff. I'm actually gonna like look at like the zone and try to get some better understanding about that. My millions of alts and mini mains all make stuff for myself and friends. Yeah, like that's not my habit. You know, so like some folks, such as Annie, like they'll have like their very extensive system set up and, you know, demands for perfect bans. Now, I'm selfish. I'm very selfish like that. I mean, of course, if the guild wants something, then cool, then they get it. But they tend to just give like all the good mats anyway. So it's that different thing of responsibility. Oh yeah, but I am crafting stuff. Don't forget, buddy. I am crafting things. People are already trying to set up add-ons for blueprint and galleries so you can easily upload them. Now that's dangerous though. Like I have a write-up. It's very big. I haven't finished it yet, but just kind of a preview. Where is it? Blueprint tips. So what am I at right now? I'm at 2 pages so far. But there's a lot that I'm gonna say about how to do blueprints and the dangers. Basically tips for creators, those who want to design and market their blueprints, and then consumers. How are they going to you know, what should they look for, what should they shop for? So there's a lot of potential danger with that, and potential for letdown too. So those who are creators, they should really work on managing expectations. Actually, like here's a preview, or here's a kind of a spoiler alert. I am gonna do a contest. It's gonna happen, and the contest is to make basic blueprints. By that I mean things that are low budget and with very accessible parts, as in it's only using the core that comes from the neighborhood vendors, and that's it. No endeavors, nothing from outside the neighborhood. It's all in-house, it's all with gold. And with these starting builds, that's going to give an opportunity for those who are new to housing, or who just have like basic housing levels or whatever. They can quickly download a house and they can have pretty easy access to whatever it is that the blueprint provides. And it was definitely with like y'all saw me do this whole experiment with building mouse, and I was like, yo, like they were like, okay, here's the blueprint. I'm like, okay, cool, I got the blueprint. And there were so many things that I didn't have that I couldn't just get. Like, okay, here's like 50 crafted nets, and here is several hundred of each ink. I mean, that's the ink's different, but here's like this thing from Mechagon that you only get as an RNG drop. You don't even craft it or make it or whatever. It's just random luck that you get those sorts of things. And so people who provide those kinds of very exotic sort of blueprints, whoever picks those up, they're gonna be like, okay, cool, now I can have this thing. No, that's not even the start of it, buddy. You're going to have, it's like, sorry man, you're gonna have to go into go to Kulturas and Zandlar and do war resources and get all this other stuff so you can get the parts you need. And then that person could very easily be like, what are war resources? And so, again, it's a big potential letdown. And so I'm trying to start that culture and really push it. Like, yo, start simple. Start with like really simple stuff, please. But yeah, it's gonna open up. I still need to figure out some stuff, but I think I'm getting the right pieces together. I just need to talk to some of the right people as well, and I'll open the contest. It's gonna be a big contest window. It's gonna start around the time the patch launches, because then people can actually start doing stuff, and it's gonna stay open until after BlizzCon, and then after that. I'm gonna do this whole vetting process, judging thing, and then on the week of the 22nd, so on the week of September 22nd, so it's gonna be a while still. We're gonna do a big show. Everyone who had entered, we're going to do like kind of a visit, sort of each of these basic builds, and we're gonna see just how much that ends up costing me, because just like I was alluding to before, in order to load up a blueprint, you need to have everything, which means that I might be buying a whole crap ton of basic stuff. I might be buying a whole crap ton of dyes, because because the blueprint might dye a whole bunch of stuff. And then another blueprint might die a whole bunch of other stuff again. So it's gonna be it's gonna be kind of wild, but it'll be cool, and it'll be worth the gold, and I will suffer for it. But yeah. I wish Blizzard could make a maker's mark with a blueprint. For example, if Building Mouse market or one for museum paintings, I would love a placard that came with that, so I can mouse over that instead of design my Building Mouse. That would be so cool. That would be neat. Yeah, that would be neat. Also neat is if Mouse just provided like a little tiny branding somewhere on their stuff. Just like a little Easter egg to make it known that it's theirs. But yeah, it's kind of too bad that we're probably not going to see something like that. I don't think we're going to see protected blueprints of that level. But for those who want it, definitely say it. Right? Because that can plant the seed, that can become influence on Blizzard. I just don't, definitely at launch, it's not going to be a thing. Just like how with the launch of housing, there's so many things that are not a thing. So, but yeah, that's what I'm going to be pushing in the next couple weeks. Like, that's what part of next week is going to be for. A lot of prepping, that sort of stuff. Y'all saw me buy a bunch of dyes. Why? In prep for that, sort of. So, yeah, all that gold I'm making, it's gonna get drained real fast, real fast. Am I going to wait to make sure blueprints work? Yes. I, like many, am paranoid. I definitely don't want the house that I built for Azeroth Interiors to go bad. So what I'll probably try and do, I will bug guildmates, and they probably won't mind, because... Actually, wait, yeah, they will. Shit. Yeah. Because they need to have everything that I have. Fuck, man. Okay, maybe it'll be harder than I think. But I'm probably gonna wait. That's the safest thing to do. I'll wait until it's a disaster, and I'll go from there. I'm pretty sure that when patch day comes, it's gonna be a giga-long maintenance, and they're going to do, like, their test of, oh my god, like, is this gonna work right? Yes or no? Last thing they want, because, like, there was that bug that they talked about for the 1205 where they did not have housing available on the first day because they wanted to, like, fix some bugs. And for those who don't remember, the bug, and they talked about this, the bug was, it was related to like something about Siege of Rogomar. But what would happen is all of your decor that might have been, all of your decor would just all sink straight to the ground. All of it would be flattened, basically. And there was no way to like undo that. So as soon as people loaded their builds, boom, the damage would be done. There'd be no recourse. And of course, obviously, that would have been that would have been scandalous, man. People would have been pissed. So I can see use a blueprint and stuff ends up out of place. Yeah, I can see that too. So like something that can easily happen, and something that happened with Mouse the other day was they had a build, they backed it up, and then their blueprint stopped working. Like it just errored out. But you know, that's a PTR bug. That's kind of different. The other thing that happened too, and this isn't really related to blueprints, was that the way that certain decor was lined up, they modified it, they changed it, and so the things that Mouse had built, and it was all mapped out the same way. It's just that the rules on Blizzard's end had changed, and so things shifted, and that's not something that Mouse could have foreseen, and blueprints would fix that. So those are the kinds of bugs that we'd really like Blizzard to avoid. You know, the way that decor is placed or positioned. Like if they change those values, that messes up anyone's build. That relies on those kinds of parts. So I'm going to a new plot. My home is in the wrong position. Yeah, I think that's like a whole orientation thing, right? Yeah, that sucks. I have no idea how Blizzard can protect blueprints when someone has obtained one. How do they keep the buyer cannot market someone else's blueprint once they have it? Right. And so it's up to the designer or the artist, basically, to milk as much as they can get. You know, if the original artist is happy with what they got paid, and they're cool with, you know, whatever happens, that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. Now, one thing I don't really see working out so great, in my opinion, I don't see it working out so great where a designer is going to have like, okay, here's this build that I have, and I'm going to sell it multiple times. I don't really see that working out so great. Because it won't be long until they're competing with themselves. Because once they have that blueprint and once someone else has it, if they decide to sell it too, well, shoot, what do you do? I think the real money that they're going to make is going to come from someone who's like, hey, I want you to make me this. I want you to make me this custom thing for me. And so it's going to be like this big, you know, designer-client relationship. And they're going to go through like the whole process of, you know, what do you want? How do you want this? And then multiple meetings to like make sure it's the build that they want. And then they get paid. Or, you know, they get paid before that. Yeah, so it's an artist job, basically. I see that. Because, you know, putting these together, it takes time, you know? It takes time. It's going to be hard to, like, really do, like, shortcuts and all that. I mean, you can try pumping stuff out, but I have a feeling that's not going to be, like, all that lucrative compared to, like, a sit-down custom build with a client. But I'm also kind of guessing, too. So. Oh, that's the last person. Okay, I gotta circle back and then go back to using my concentration. Ugh. What a goofball, man. I can see those importing shifting bugs being a huge problem, like when I change my lot, then rotate the entire exterior design properly. Now, when it comes... So... Now, that's going to be more of an exterior problem, I think. So, like, the way an exterior happens to face might not necessarily look the same way from one plot to the next. So, I mean, that's a concern, but, you know, that seems like it's more an exterior problem. Not an interior one, because, you know, that's just going to be different. Okay, so all I'm doing now is making health pots, right? I'm just going through, draining my stuff, And moving on. Cool. Next. Sorry, the blueprints are creating a whole new WoW profession interior deck. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. The industry of WoW is gonna get that much bigger. It's gonna be kind of cool. I noticed there was a lot of interesting decor from professions in Total 1. Do you know how we get those recipes yet? Mostly fishing. Mostly fishing. And if not fishing, the auction house. Some of them are, I believe, you get from like trainers that are on the zone, in the zone. So I think they are renown related. But yeah, like for the most part, fishing. It's gonna be fishing. So make that money, dudes. If you guys are into fishing, hell yeah. That's the quick and dirty answer to it. Yeah, so if you want to race for that, I mean, thankfully recipes, they're still realm specific, so it's not going to get that bombarded that fast. But yes, fishing. I am going to do a profession thing. Someone asked about it yesterday. I'm like, you know, that's a good ass idea. I'm going to cover like all the new recipes that come from the professions. I know real quick. Okay, where do you get it? Fishing, for the most part. Is it going to be whole rooms only, or can we do item builds as blueprints? Like just get one painting for mouse and not the whole room. It's going to be the whole room. So the options are the entire interior, the entire exterior, the whole damn thing, and on a room by room basis. So you walk into the room that you want to copy, and then you just do make blueprints, and you want to copy the current room, and then it'll copy it. Ta-da! Good better recipes don't have sources. Yeah, I thought it was mostly fishing. Oh, you're talking about the profession stuff. Okay. Because I thought that I'll have to look. Yeah. That's what today is for. Yeah. By the way, hey Mark. I'm crafting. Oh, I'm almost out of pots. Damn. Yeah, so this whole process, you know, it happens once a week, and I make about 150 to 200K going through the alts. So that's it. I mean, this took a while to set up, too. You know, you gotta get the character, you gotta get the skill points, and, you know, that improves. Internet made me sad again. Still looking for a Blingtron, guys. Come on, profession devs. Blingtron. Blingtron. Like, there's, like, old models that they could have used, too. So it makes me a little sad that it's not a thing. Whole new Looterang when it's engineer only. Oh, is there a new Looterang? I'm good with that. I'm totally good with that. You know why? Because we're better people than them. So why should our lessers get access to our greatness? No way, dude. Forget it. I'm not big on RP, but you know, there are certain things that I'll get in character for, you know what I mean? You know, like how paladins are the best race, profession, class, spec, and all that. Engineers are also the best race, profession, spec, class, whatever. Oh, I'm killing the coffee today. This morning, we went to a nearby bakery. Okay, yeah, it's bakery. It's a place called Paris Baguette. It's a place full of really, like, oh god, tons of sweets and delicious food. Ooh, wrong thing. Shit. Oh no, I made refreshing syrup. See, that's what I get for not paying attention, you doofus. Who's gonna buy refreshing syrup? Damn it. Oh well. An acceptable loss, I suppose. But anyway, Paris Baguette. And then I got myself a croissant and a donut. I'm sorry, a cronut. A croissant donut. Fuck, it's good. I wanted to check to see if it's an animation or not because the description sounds like it should. Aren't there PTR vendors? Aren't there profession vendors there? I could have swore I saw something like that. Or I was hallucinating. Or no, Blizzard. God, you gotta wink to get those drops, not wink. Alright, so still have concentration. Okay, so I'm not so bad. I've been pretty good. I haven't been maxed out for that long. But I'm out of pots. So let's get a few stacks of that. Come on, I'm trying to buy 3 stacks here. Alright. Am I saving the pots? No. Because there's going to be new potions. So these are going to get, these are going to be deprecated at some point. I don't even know what the recipe is for the new one. All I know right now is that it's accessible via Renown. So I'm like, okay, at some point my alts are going to take a trip. They're going to go somewhere so they can get the recipe. And then it's back to business. But that's all I know so far. That's how little I know about this patch, man. I've never been so behind before. It feels like it feels like you're cramming that project at the end of the school year, and you're like doing everything now. It's pretty nuts. And it's not like I've been totally slacking off either. I've been busy with other things. So. But yeah, these pots I sell them on Tuesdays anyway, so I think I'm almost through with everyone. I think. No, not this guy. I think this is the last guy. Yeah, housing business have kept me busy. The whole processing of stuff. It would just take forever for me to do. Like even doing like the quick screenshots that the recap that took up a lot of time. So. At least for now, I've cut that off. I'm like, okay, I'm going to stop doing that because that's, I could be doing other stuff. Did I see that there's a mount patent to court with the D&D collab? I did not. I did not. But now that I know, now I want to see what it is. All right, so I think we're done. Yay. Oh, I didn't check my engineering stuff, though. Haha. Profession discussion will be helpful. Yeah, I'm going to learn what I can. So we'll do some of that learning here today. But then, we'll see what I end up, like, kind of ripping together in a spontaneous live weekly. I think the two things that let's see, the Final Fantasy thing I'll cover, the D&D thing I think I'll cover, which I'm kind of iffy about because like that's me kind of like pushing store stuff, and I tend to be kind of about that sort of thing. But it does feel like a big deal, so it feels newsworthy anyway. All right, so I wanted to check engineering stuff real quick. Anything cool? No. Actually, well, that? Nope, not that. Not that. Sure. 2 Evercore. I'll never run out of these, man. And then what's this thing? Oh, yes, that's a easy, cheap thing. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Off to the Peter. I noticed that some homes reviewed on the 22nd are popping up on the thing. Two. All right. Is there an article that shows the whole D&D box set? Did Wowhead cover it, maybe? Let's see. Renowned rewards. Okay, here's the D&D thing from them. Stuff. Okay, so nothing about that yet. Did Icy Veins cover it? Okay, so... Okay, so it's not showing us yet. Okay. Black Dragon Mount, Gazer Pet, Mimic Chest Toy, and Mimic Chest Decor. Ooh, that's kind of cool. The decor, that is. So, but I gotta see it. Know what I mean? So you inspired me to do a whole battle of nothing but neighborhood adventure stuff. It's my new project. Cool. I mean, neighborhood stuff is powerful, man. Like the bread, it's the bread of housing. The stuff outside of the neighborhood is the butter. You know, butter's delicious, but that doesn't sustain you. I'll get on this guy. Working on a cowboy interior for my stepdad's house. Nice. Okay, so I wanted to see how well I survive in here. I'm out of level 228. I happen to get a couple of cool pieces. So like I got like this belt, adventure belt 266. There's like a couple of other things. Oh, and then there's this thing that I got from the loot box, the weekly loot box. It's a 282 ring. Hey. And then I have like a spattering of stuff that I got from the previous season, and that's kind of it. So out here in the zone, there you have your spattering of world quests, and you know, I'll go out there first. I think I can just fly out of here. Yeah, like that's good enough, and then I'll make my way back in here later. I just kind of want to start from the top and then descend into the vaults to get a good grasp of just what it is we're getting into. So again, the little experiment we're going to run is as a kind of a lobby character, can I survive the zone? You know, how is the scale? But more specifically, because many of us by now are kind of familiar with how zones will sort of scale if you're way below a minimum item level. Like the game will kind of help you out and make sure that you don't just get one shot by stuff and make you feel really stupid. And then eventually things taper off, but then our gear will end up making everything like feel better anyway. You know, we're gonna feel like more powerful. I remember before, people had complained, rightfully, how if you geared down, you would actually watch how HP values would change, and that still happens now. I'm not going to test that here. I'm just confident that it still happens. The difference, though, is back then, people would purposefully gear themselves differently because the content would feel easier, you know, and it pushed this narrative of, oh, if I gear up too hard, mobs get tougher. I think they adjusted the calculations in such a way that, no, you're gonna, you know, as you get stronger and you reach that point where your gear does exceed the content, then, you know, you're gonna be just fine. But this whole system of scaling It's mostly designed to just help out folks who are just like leveled up. Because remember, even though there's like all sorts of systems currently in this season that allow us for to get like easy gear and all that, not everyone does it, and we shouldn't make the assumption that people should be doing that. That's kind of like this weird culture. So what are we doing here? Stairs found. Okay, I found the stairs, and then I have a rope. Adventuring device to stand the test of time. Always bring rope opportunity to. Okay, so what am I? Oh, I'm a frog. Ooh. Okay, so where am I going actually? Okay, maybe I shouldn't be running past those guys. Or no, I think I'm just supposed to walk past all this without touching things like that. I noticed too that there are some world quests here that are just non-combat. You just do like other things and they happen to give you gear. So like I'm cool with that. Oh, I think I go this way. Go towards the thing. And then oh, that's easy. And unsurprisingly, like, okay, I get like I just get some moral, like that's it. So that seems fair. Let's see. Truffles recovered and the poison dart frog gland. Let's do a killing quest. That might not be so bad. So you can see, like on the map, you have like your scattering of like regular quests, dailies that I think I saw at the hub, world quest, and then there's like these events. These I don't know what they're called, but they basically have like little ongoing events that will spawn, respawn, kind of rotate through. So should be cool. We'll see how deadly these turn out to be. Curse surges. Thank you, Patty. See, y'all on top of this. Oh, I want to find a rare though. Creature, let's go. So some people aren't too fun whenever I do these tests. It's like, oh, but you're on a plate wearer and all that stuff, or you're on a character with self-sustain. I'm like, yeah, but you know, I'm trying to simulate someone who feels like painfully average, which I know I am. Like I hardly know how to play Fury. I just know one button, so I'm just gonna hold the button down, do my best. I at least know some of the buttons and, you know, pop cooldowns, self-healing. I know a little bit of that stuff. That's about it. That's about it. Now, keep in mind, of course, my item level is still only 228. You know, this is something that pretty darn low, I think. Oh, I got myself a adventurer chest that happens. Oh wait, oh no, that's mail. Never mind. At least I'm not using like a one-hander agility weapon, like I am on live. That's sad. All right, so we're gonna be going down here. Poison dart frog gland. So not that. Frogs. Oh no, tainted dart frog. Okay. So let's see how well I do. Yeah, Fury's fun. No, I enjoy the feeling of Fury. You know, I could have swore that the sound of Rampage was like way cooler sounding once upon a time. It feels like it changed. I think it changed in Shadowlands, where they had like that different kind of alternate execute sound. I forgot what that covenant ability was called, but it was like it replaced execute, and I think it sounded different. Or I'm losing my mind. I am not sure. Let's see, so I got one thing. So it's those big dying dudes that have stuff I want. Actually, no. Yeah, so that was one of them too. Okay. So that's that one. You and you. Come on, buddy. See, at least they're also like kind of dead too. Or either they're half dead. Although there's this corpse burster, which I think is not good. Okay, they didn't blow up. I was scared they were going to actually like explode. Alright, so think I saw a frog over there too, right? Yeah, so yeah, so these little creatures, oh, that's gross, dude. Yeesh. You made Shadowlands Skin. It was very interesting ability. Now, if I recall, it's like you can use it when they have high HP. You can use it when they have low HP, right? That was kind of neat. But I never really understood, like, you know, the Covenant long enough, and Warriors, long enough to, like, really, like, get it. It just seemed neat. Okay, so here we go. Now we get a chest. Oh, but that breaks my 4-piece. I don't want to do that yet. I don't want to do that yet. But it at least tells me, okay, like 266 gear, pretty darn accessible right now. So, like, it makes me really not want to do anything, you know, in prep for the patch. But if people happen to have resources on hand and they want to use them now, yeah, I mean, don't waste them. But at the same time, I'm like, no, I'd rather... Okay, personally, I would rather not do anything with Crest before the patch, because I'm figuring that that's all going to turn into Void Light Marl. And, you know, if I'm asking myself, okay, what would I rather have? A little bit more gear for my alts or more Marl? I'd rather have more Marl. Anything, so it's really your guys' choice how you guys want to treat that. Okay, the Curse Surge is gone. That's a bummer. I don't know how long it takes for another one to spawn. So I'll do another world quest in the meantime, I guess. But actually, before that, I'll probably disconnect. Maybe. Or I'll lag out. Yeah? Yeah. Maybe I will crash out. Check the event calendar. Oh, that's a good idea. That is a good idea. But let's see if this thing wants to come back or not. 45 minutes? Oh, hell no. That's forever from now, dude. Okay, so maybe I won't do that. I think I'll reload and head into the vault. Oh, I can close this too. Why do I have 2 WoWs open? Yeah, I noticed that too when I was doing time walking on my war. I was like, wait a minute, look, it changed to condemn. I kind of miss when they allowed for like a lot of legacy content to just kind of stack. You know, like it would be really weird though. Like you would have your Heart of Azeroth on, you know, the neck thing. You would have your funny cape. You would have like the funny ring. You would have all sorts of weird shit on. Old tier sets, you know, that had worked, and then you would just do like, yeah, weird things. It's neat. Okay, so the event thing is not that. Events. So the next thing is the Mluker Massacre at 9:30, which is 11 minutes ago. Okay, so where is it, buddy? Oh, maybe it's in the vault. Nope, I lied. Okay, so oh, maybe it ended. Wait, really? People are on? Wait. People are on the PTR doing stuff? That's not fair. Yeah. Well, I'm upset. I feel a little bit let down. Okay, we're going into the vault then. Yeah, more like for those who went into Time Walking, Black Temple Time Walking this week, man, that thing just got ripped apart. I feel kind of bad. Oh, come on, mount up, buddy. Zoom. Yeah, you have funny zoomies here. It's kind of weird, but oh well. I mean, it is a long way down, though, which is kind of cool. I'm going to presume that there's going to be a lot of scenario stuff that happens here, or raid-related stuff. I don't know. Oh, did I leave? I left, didn't I? Wait, I totally took a wrong turn. Okay, so let's try that again. Yeah, goofball. Yeah, so there's the map. I go this way, buddy. There's a flight point that takes you here too. So, all right. So let's find things to do in here. So there is a current temple strat going. And there are multiple events that go on. You'll just find that stuff on the map where you'll find like people to help for like temporary things. Otherwise, you're out here in the frontier. And it's not like Val or anything where you are meeting certain death. There doesn't seem to be like a heroic world tier of this spot. You're just kind of like go around and like you're killing things with you're feeling pretty good. In fact, part of me thinks you feel a little bit too good because as you're playing through this zone and you're collecting currencies, you're powering yourself up. You'll unlock buffs and boons to help things feel a little bit easier. Now, the thing is, it doesn't feel like you notice the difference too much. I'm kind of predicting here. It doesn't feel like you'll notice a big difference until you want to do this on crappy alts. And then they're going to have a much easier time. Your mains are just going to rip through this stuff, which might be the whole point of this. But the other half of this too is some of the buffs and some of the cool things, the power-ups that you get here. They're also usable outside of the zone too, even in Dells. So that part's kind of cool. So slay a foe marked for vengeance. You got it. In fact, let's add some spice to the danger too. Woo! Oh, that's danger. Jeez. Yeah, that got a little spicy. Oh yeah, dude. Wow. Okay, that vengeance, dude. Like, okay, he's not messing around. Where do I go from here? Oh, I think it's here. Yeah. Oh, and I can fly in here. Oh, thank goodness. I can't fly in the zone, but I can fly here. So let's try this again, just to be this time. Okay, so there's a thing to interrupt at least. Are the long passages for the airlock loading tech? I think so. Could be that too. I mean, you're definitely doing, when you're going down by flight points, you'll notice that. But you don't fly down yourself, which is a little odd, right? Uh-oh. Don't die, buddy. Shit. Okay, so this guy's a little tough. I mean, as an elite, it's not so bad, but definitely like hit your interrupts whenever you can. If you happen to be able to stun, that'll help too. So yeah, got stuff out of that. I got corrosive coins is the thing here. So all throughout the area, here, let me turn my Blizzmove on. All throughout the area, like you'll every so often see these opportunities to help out dudes. It's like little mini events or mini world quests that aren't really world quests. But I want to do the temple strike. Complete the current strike to begin an incursion. So let's go towards this thing here. Because we're doing on the ground mount. I think for the most part, people are going to like do the ground mount thing like, once, and then afterwards they'll just use the flight point. Or they're going to be like, Blizz, we need a teleport thing, please. God, do you even play your own game? Yeah, that sort of vibe. Okay, so patrol. Nothing about a strike, though. Complete the current strike. Which is not that. Not that. Okay, I'm not seeing anything about a strike. Yoo-hoo. Visit the shrines of earth and sky to change form. Oh, okay. So where are the shrines of earth and sky? Oh, the strike's bugged. Oh, Hattie, you've been very helpful. Thank you. And God, Blizzard. Oh, there's the Shrine of Earth. Yeah, I'm gonna go there. Oh, this is a bad idea. Wait, hold on. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Oh, no, no. Well, we're learning, right? We're learning stuff. It's all good. All right. If only that egg thing didn't get in the way. Gosh. Okay, so I got to make my way across there. Because I want to see what is over there at that Shrine of Earth thing. What's this? Soul Coiler's Cache. That's not going to help me much. Well, speed though, Will. Let's go. Oh no, I'm swimming too. Ah, help. Okay, so here is the Shrine of Earth. Hello, Shrine of Earth. Guide me. No, it's not going to guide me. And here is a mini flight point kind of thing. Yep, that'll take us to like different areas. But that's all we get. But there is one patrol here. I'm just glad it's not just me. Dude, it's a game. Sometimes you gotta screw around, man. That's the joy of this thing. Alright, so you should see a button to enter vehicle. Okay. Well, hopefully that gets fixed. Oh, can I do multiple of these objectives? I can. Excellent. Okay, so I can stack these things. Now, one thing that I'm not certain of is what happens if I'm doing this with like multiple people. Like, do we steal credit from each other? Is it like somewhat shared? Not sure. Different scene requested? Sometimes I do other parts of the game. Sometimes. Or sometimes I'm actually like playing and not just like looking at people's houses. Alright, let's see how we do on this pack here. And I got one elite guy. Yep, he casts. It's kind of painful. Oh, it hurts. Oh, evade bugging. No. Don't do that. Here, let me get close to you. Maybe then I can accidentally kill you. Nope, that's not happening either. I just want to get more juice so I can get some of my life back. Nope, that's not happening either. But these do give like a decent amount of coins, 21 coins. And I know that like you need a crap ton of these in order to complete the whole tree. I'm the type though who does get compelled by stuff like this. It's like, oh, okay, I see something in my sights, I can knock it out, and the benefit seems good enough, then I'll do it. Ooh, hurry up. Oh no, we died. That's sad. Well, I want to look at professions now. So I have a decent idea of like my survivability in there. You know, it's not great, but do I need to like do world quests and stuff? Yeah, I should. It's gonna give me some much needed boostuses. But of course, doing the world quests, those are pretty damn accessible. So now I want to get on. I'll use you. I'm gonna look at profession stuff now. Let's see what is up. I also need to find the quartermaster person. I don't know where that person is. Oh, not March. April. Actually, March. Okay, so Any changes here? No, no changes there. So I wanted to go to Orgrimmar. I want to see if that vendor's there. I'm not sure if there's a PTR person there. I could have swore I saw one the other week, but that might have changed. So when my son got me on Zelda, I think it was I had never played those games before, and I was trying to get to the castle, and he goes, "Mom, you have to swim." So I started to swim, and I got eaten by a Oh, that's so hilarious. That's hella funny. Gotta fuck around and find out. Yeah, dude. That's part of the fun. That's a big cornerstone of how I play. Now I make guides and I inform, help people out, but where possible, give yourself a cool, we got PTR stuff. Give yourself a chance to be surprised. It's there's a lot of joy that comes from learning things on your own, as opposed to, okay, let me have the guide, like, help me out. Yeah, have new recipes or some new stuff as far as I've seen. Okay, as long as I can like learn the stuff, and then I can probably tell, I might be able to tell at a glance like where some new stuff is, but I will be right back. All right. I had to like close all the windows and stuff, so I'm like, all right, it's gonna be like almost 90 today. All right. So I'm on my main. So here I can kind of easily see what's new. So I know that there is like some new decor, the Amani stuff. Recipe in a bottle. Recipe in a bottle. John Sawyer the Watchful. Yeah, I have a feeling that that's a renowned thing. So we'll take a close look at that. Randorite, that's old stuff. That's old stuff. That's old stuff. Okay, Forest Rider, that's other stuff. Hunter's Ritual Stone, that's new. This is a thing. Okay. Interesting. A blacksmithing secondary thing. Embellishment, there we go. Your damage and spells abilities have a chance to grant a random stat for 15 seconds while on a prey hunt. That's not that great. So there's one thing, right? The one thing. Here, let me take notes here. Usually I start taking notes like a month in advance. Oh, Christ, man. Now I'm like, oh, let me make my document. Oh, this is good. Dude, next week's guides, the next 2 weeks' guides that are going, it's going to be so, like, just, it's going to be such a hatchet job, man. Oh, boy. Okay. So just these few things. So it's only a little bit of that stat. I mean, how does that compare to like my current things? So I don't know what it is compared to others. And then what are these? These are, there's all that remains of neutralities visible on the cold isle. So these look like just rare things that I'll end up finding. Okay, so if anything, they might be cheap, but then embellishments are just cheap anyway. These are not going to be expensive. So this happens to be, that's a rank 1. So that's what, $1.65 goes up to nothing. Oh, it's just the recipe difficulty. Riveting. Okay. Engineering, what do we got? New bits. Coiled snake eye. But it's only for guns. Gives stats. It'll give a random secondary stats, or it's a, oh god, it's a critical proc. So you will very, very rarely have a boost to your highest secondary stat. For the most part, it's random. Okay. This is new. Empower this harmless bot with venom clots, collecting loot from corpses within 40 yards. So I'm wondering here, like, it lets you collect loot from corpses. Is it within a 40-yard radius of you, or is it a looterang where you throw it somewhere and then it gets a whole bunch of stuff within that area? I mean, it doesn't seem like it's a big difference, but I'd like to know that. Yeah, that's as far as that goes. Have you seen anything about the ability to change the housing entrance at all? If so, how does it work? I could show you. Yeah, real quick, because I'm gonna switch characters in a bit, or switch professions and all that, but I can do this. It's no biggie. Also, sounds like you have a little dude zipping around gooing bodies. That'd be kind of neat. That sounds like a very intense effect. And I'd rather have seen that kind of work be put in to make a Blingtron. Can you build down once you move the entrance? Basically, yes. So, like, I don't know what I have set up here. I think I just have like the big vertical floor. I don't think I changed that. Yeah, I don't think I changed it. So, oh no, this is Mouse's build. Shit. Okay, so I'm going to, sorry Mouse. I'm gonna wreck yo stuff. But yeah, in practice it's quite clean and fairly intuitive how you want to do it. Now, as for building down, actually, no, not exactly. Not the way that you'd like. I think that would be the messiest thing. If you want to try and build your way down, you need to kind of pre-plan that, I think. Fortunately, it's pretty flexible on how you want to do it. So, let's begin. Here we are on the first floor. Can you build down from here? No. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to delete this room. Bye. And I'm going to create an empty, I'll just make a, yeah, I'll make an empty staircase room. Okay, so here, now we have this floor, we have our entrance floor. We're still on the original entrance floor, and then we have one level up. Okay, cool, yeah. I can select the entryway, hit the move button, go over here with the mouse, scroll up to the second floor, and boom. And now it's been moved. So now I'm at the entrance, and below me is the floor. So when I walk inside, this is what I'll see, and then there's the floor. And then I can start building stuff. Whoop-de-doo. If I want to build up and create another empty stairwell room, then I can do that. Now I have a third floor. If I go back to the first floor and I try to make add another empty stairwell room, no, I cannot build down. So what you want to do as an experiment, if you want to future-proof yourself, maybe. I mean, one worst case scenario, you want to back up a whole bunch of rooms and then demolish things and then rebuild from there. But at least you're just backing up and then repasting rooms. I think ideally what you want to do, though, is just have a bunch of rooms in advance. Like, just have it in your head, I'm going to have, like, maybe 3 or 4 levels down. Go excessive. Just add some extras if you want to, because you could always delete that stuff later. So, like in this case, I'm going to go to the top floor. I'm going to, add in a couple more floors here. Right? And then I'm going to go down to where the entrance is. I'm going to move that, like, to this 6th floor here. Yay. And then I'm going to build up again. Right? So I'm just kind of, like, future-proofing myself here. Maybe that's one way to do it. If you wanted to, do that. So I'm going to leave. Just to simulate it real quick. Yeah, like what I'm saying. So, like, if the time comes, you're like, oh, I don't need that floor. But I want to claw some room budget back. Cool, go ahead. Just start deleting floors from the very bottom. So, like, here I am. And then down there is, however many floors. And up there is however many floors again. And here I am. Yay! So that's how it works with the whole, hey, I want to make these floors. So the real bro play is for someone to find the top and publish community blueprints with the door at the top. Now, as for how high you can make this, you can max out your budget with just these floors. So I got to 23 before I ran out of stuff. And that's the end. Yeah. Okay, engineering. Shoot, what was it that I made with engineering? Oh yeah, there was a toy, Ludoran. And then I think there was another thing. What was in there? Oh yeah, the gun embellishment. And then that is not it. That's not it. And then there's these engineering, and then there's 3 decor. I think it's 3 decor for every profession. So what I'm probably going to do, I'm just going to do a real quick, like, here's the screen. I'm going to show tooltips, pictures of the decor, and, like, where to get, like, this stuff. Okay, so that's a different vendor. Second Mate Slugs. Ooh, world creatures. Oh, random drop. And then this one has nothing. So this one I'll have to seek out. For all we know, it might be something that we discover from recycling. I'm trying to remember if... do you remember if there's like a notification that tells us, oh, we learned everything, and so it notifies us here? I'm trying to remember, but I'm not sure. Well. I guess I can check on live too, but for now... we're heading back to town. Maybe someone make a silo dedication build? I have not heard of silo. I don't know what that is. It was noted on the recipes, if I recall correctly. That's true. It would say... I think that's true. Bummer. So I could always relearn engineering here. And I will, because I'm going to dump engineering right now. Silos are show on Apple. Oh, that's a different country to me, dude. God, I hate how things are separated, man. You know what is the one platform where you can find all of the shows that you want? Stealing it. That's the universal platform. All right, engineering. Okay, so there is a prompt here that says recycling has a chance to learn new recipes. So there's that. And then I'm pretty sure a bunch of these midnight recipes will specifically say that, things are learned from recycling. Okay, so it's probably not learned from recycling. Cool. Oh well. For now, let's move on to new stuff. Any new cooking recipes, actually? Amani Cornucopia. So there is a new feast that uses stuff I've never heard of. I don't know if it's better, though. Is it better than the current feast? Let me see. So the current feastie is this guy. So 98, this gives 108. Oh, no, wait. So... okay, so this one happens to give 72. Okay, highest secondary. That's what it's competing with. Highest secondary. Okay, so it's a little better. Right? It gives 10 more staminers. Wow. That's a you know what? It's gonna make money. Or people are gonna buy it. Yeah. People are gonna buy it. And you just get it from the trader. Cool. And then there's other stuff. So things from slugs. Ooh, that's even more. Okay, so Jansari the Watchful. So there are other things. And that's old stuff. Okay. All right. Petrified root prices going to go up again? Are they? Huh. They could. We'll see. Because I mean, people. I mean, you need some for feast anyway, so they're going. But they go for what, like 600 right now, which I think is not bad. Maybe just be one from treasures not good at adding source notes for that. Yeah, in some cases they're not. I mean, like one of the recipes they just said it's a drop from mobs. That's for the gun embellishments. But I want to find these vendors now. Now I'm curious. So let me get on my main person, which is this guy. So I'm not in love with the new stairs, with the ladders. I'm really confident that they're going to be used to great effect. So here is okay. So that strike moved. Okay, but I just want to head back to the surface. So what's the easiest way to get there? Path unclear. I guess I'll wander to the flight point there. Or there. Actually, I think here's actually what takes me out. I wonder if I'll use... I don't know if I'll use them. It seems like they might have some cool effects, like weird tunneling effects and all that. But I think many advanced users who are used to it, they're just gonna continue doing stairs the way they like to, because like pre-built, the drawback, I guess, of pre-built stairs is that the design is much more restrictive. You know, you're going by those rules, as opposed to, well, I want stairs that go from there to like there, and it's like, oh yeah, there's no way that's gonna fit. You know. New Flatmaster whistle. That could be nice, but yeah. Because like there are like other, I think there's like, yeah, there are ways to easily get to like one section or another between these three sections, and I think there's like another one that I just haven't unlocked yet. It's kind of funny. I remember at the start of this expansion, social media was like, "Oh my god, the game is so different when you just view it from the ground. You can appreciate it so much." Da 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 da. That always works for like a minute, and then once you start doing things, you know, day in day out, that's when, you know, people's patience quickly erodes, and it's like, Blizz, clearly they're not listening to the players when we say that we want flying and instant teleports and all that stuff. Can I repair myself? I can, yes. I sure can. Alright, so second mate slugs and Jansar the Watchful. Oh, there's a person. So here is Jansari. So Jansari is the renowned person. And what do? We get to renown 5, 5, 5, 5, 6. Oh, wait, these are skill books. So you get some skill books here. That's cute. And then here is decor. But I'm just sticking to the recipes, which is just 5. So at renown 5, you get these 5 things. No, 6 things. 7, 8, 9, 10, 9. Okay. So a little something for everybody. Just a little bit. Second mate slugs. That sounds like the Latorn person. which kind of tells me that might be the fishing person. So, although you're a quartermaster, you're a quartermaster that doesn't sell anything. You're a crime. Okay, shit. Where am I gonna find second mate slugs? Ah, crap. It's a Tortolan. So I gotta find like a place that might look like a Tortolan settlement. Taka's Landing. But that's where we are here. Not enough Tortolan to even show it. Oh god. Wait, are they a rep? Oh no. That would be bad for me. Zildjian's forces. Okay, that doesn't show up like that. Okay. So maybe they're not a rep. But I have a feeling they have something to do with fishing. And so I don't know where to do all the fishing stuff. But there's also a chance that this dude won't even show up until I do some side quests or something. Culinary specialist. Nope. BFA rep. No. That'd be pretty that would be pretty messed up. Where am I? Okay, maybe Wowhead can clue me in. Actually, wait, hold on. Slugs. Slugs. No. Okay, that's a prey thing. That's different. I think I might be able to search from here, actually. World creatures, nothing. Recipe. Slugs. So, track recipe? No, that doesn't work like that. Fuck. Where are you, slugs? Bond of Brothers, Meat for the Bones, Sideways, Dealing with Pests. I mean, it could be some of these quests that, where I might find slugs, or I might get clued in a little bit. I did hear that there was a title called The Snake, so I'm like, okay, that's cool. I have a hunter whose name is Solid Snake, so I'm like, okay, that might be neat. Solid Snake the Snake. Awesome. Second mate, which says a ship. Which tells me to go back to... Which tells me he might be somewhere in Taka's Land. I'm just going to set up some dirty macro. I'm going to find your ass. I'm like a secret finder now. Yay! Welcome to the club. So I will come to land until dude pops up. There might be some other guide maker that had found this out too. I just want to find where the dude is. But I have a feeling I have a feeling he's got something to do with fishing. I just don't know where the whole fishing hub is. Bummer. All right, let me see. Someone did find it. Okay, and there is a rep form. Oh, just a little ways off. So here's the home. Boop. Slugs is a girl. Sorry. All right. So there is a rep called Captain Taco's Crew. There is no quest though, so I don't know how to. Wait, what did she say? I think she said there is no. Wait. She was talking smack just right now. Anyway. Okay, so here's where a bunch of these are. Feast of Knowledge, the Bauble, the Plates. Some decor stuff, but other... What is this? Alluring, accept avoids gifts, empowering your damaging spells and abilities to deal a chance. Oh, it's a potion. Yeah. Okay. Along with some decor, as well as a cool fishing. Oh, check it out. Wait, really? So, is this better than the thing? Well, okay, I don't have a new fishing pole in this character. Why? I never made myself a new fishing pole. Wow. Become a snake when underwater in midnight zones, allowing you to breathe water and swim rapid. Oh, that's badass, dude. that's cool. Successful fishing attempts in the waters of the cold isle will siphon the venom into the cold huntress. Okay. Speak to Sea Sage Polo to invoke a ritual and turn your venom into coiled filament. This also alters the rod's appearance if able. That's kind of neat. That's kind of neat. It's very slightly better. Nah, dude, it's like cool looking though. That's kind of neat. I dig that. Yeah. But it looks like you need to probably be like close to max rep with them, and then you'll get like the cool thing. And then there's like other decor related stuff you get from them. Oh, nice shapes. Fishies. Piles of kelp. Oh, debris. Nice. Like that. Outposts. Hanging kelp. Ugh. I'm gonna see a lot of that. Oh, this is a cool looking object. Not bad. It's very polygonal. Simple in the shape, but that's kind of neat. But yeah, new feast of knowledge, other recipe things. All right, so now we know where this is. That's cool. That helps. So now we know where some of these other recipes are, but just not like everything. So it feels like there's only like one or two things per profession. The way to do it is to now how do we wrap up with these guys? I don't know. There must be a questy related to this. Actually, you know what would help is if I knew midnight fishing. Which, wait, I think I do actually. I just, I never learned, I just never got myself a new fishing pole. Okay. So how do we start doing this stuff? And then this coiled filaments is also used for upgrading stuff. Okay, so a couple of levels to this. Oh. So, you know, I got to fish for a little bit. This girl's sassy, by the way. I like her. She's kind of cool. So, fishing. Here we go. Time for some riveting testing, baby. So, how are y'all doing? Any plans this weekend? Anyone got cool things ahead? I know that we are going to watch Spider-Man tomorrow, actually. So we're watching that with a couple friends, hang out, try to have a good time. Should be cool. Staying cool? Yeah. No spoilers on Spider-Man, but I'm looking forward to it. So what I'm doing right now, I'm doing some fishing, obviously. I want to see if I can get any of that currency stuff. Because I'm not sure if like there's a breadcrumb quest that I'll fish out and then I'll get things for it or not. So get the better fishing and oh yeah, one button fishing is great. It's fantastic. Actually, let me try something really quick. Is there a macro to activate the interact command? Because it could, well, I guess it's not that easy. If it was that easy, then there wouldn't be an add-on for it. Because the thought is like you would use one button that would, like the first line would say interact with something, and then the second line is to cast your line. And then you just do that. But I don't think that's a thing, is it? Yeah. Toxic Talpy. Or Tilapia. Is that what we're trying to do? Trying to be tilapia? Okay, these things are all grossed out, man. These guys, spotted killfish, dirty darter. Check your fishing journal if you already see score and catch ranks on the fish entries. Wow, I do not know anything about fishing. There are catch ranks. Yeah, what are catch ranks? Oh, okay, so midnight angling score. Okay. I had no idea there was a score. Interesting. I don't know what that is. Okay, do these fish do anything? Like, do I break these up and get stuff out of it? Okay, these are... Those give, like, the usual round of buffs and all that. Okay. But I'm looking to get the currency. I'm curious. Okay, coagulated morsels siphoned from venom. Oh, is this going to be a thing? Maybe? Do I need to, like, use a special lure, maybe? That could be it. So, okay, Patty knows very much about this stuff. So you need max rank to buy the pole? For real? That's Buster. So I don't even know how to get max rank with these dudes. So you're talking about this thing? Oh, okay. So that's okay. So I get the film. That's how I get the filament. Okay, I get it. I get it. Google's my friend. Pff, Google. Um. Okay. But how do I rank up? Because did I start a thing yet? Bum, 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 bum. You start with talk at the hub. Okay. All right, so I found that person. And then Taco was over here, I think. Actually, I forgot their full name. Damn it. Captain Talker. Captain. Yoo-hoo. Yeah, you're somewhere here. You're in range somewhere. Okay, you were in range. Yo, where'd you go? Oh, there we go. All right, so where are you, buddy? There we go. So you're the boss. Oh, there we go. Venom fishing. Yay! Fish in venomous rivers for venom-cursed killfish. Killifish. Okay. So that'll help you get started. Cool. Alright, let me go back to... Take a few... Let me jot down some notes real quick. Alright. So the new recipes, they seem obvious and identifiable, looks like. Due to health reasons, I am a homebody, so I'll probably play WoW low. Hey, that's all good. Keeps you busy. Like, my mom takes great pleasure out of playing board games on her phone between watching a lot of Netflix. That is... Oh, man. Her life's over now. Like, she is glued. She binges like crazy, man. I'm like, dude, you're gonna get fat. She's like, shut up, I'm not gonna get fat. I'm like, you're so gonna get fat, mom. You gotta get up. So I get up sometimes. I'm like, you get up to go to the bathroom. Liar. Alright. So. Alright, next profession. Let's see. Let's look at alchemy. Because now I know we need like rank 5 or whatever to get those recipes. So we'll take a look at that and we'll just go down the list. So Enchanter. Alrighty. So can I tell at a glance? What? Yeah, I guess I can. Verse potion. Okay. So there's a verse potion, and that... Ooh, that's a different vendor. Oh, no, this is in the vault. Okay, so... So there's quite a spread of stuff, new recipes. They come from vaults, they come from renown, they come from the fishing person, and they come from prey. So quite a bit of stuff. For those who are interested in like learning all the things, there's going to be a lot of stuff to go through. It sounds like though once you meet those requirements, then at least once on the warband, then someone else, then I think they can get the recipe for everyone else. Yeah, that's under the assumption that all these reps are shared, and you can build on them concurrently. I mean, yeah. So hopefully that's the case. So okay, what else is there? This one's new, I think. Yes. This one is a DPS proc. Learn from slugs. Okay. And then I thought there was a healing potion somewhere. Oh, concentrated potion. Okay. So this comes from rank 5. So I need stuff. Oh, I need a whole shitload of potions too. Interesting. Okay, so Cursebound Globe. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, that's not a big deal. I mean, it's just they're making them as cheapy. So I'm cool with that. 25 though. That's a lot of stuff. But then where do we get Cursebound Globes? That's the real question. So it's used in quite a few recipes. Did my main collect any of these? Let's see. I wonder if it's something that you just get from gathering. The real question is, can you flip 1-star pots into 2 stars? I don't see why not. Like, I mean, you're gonna need concentration to do it. Yeah. But if that's the case, then yeah, that doesn't sound so bad. Actually, shoot, let me get back on this guy. I want to see what the cost is. Because then it's going to be a question of okay, is the concentration use worth it? Between how much people will buy for those new potions, versus what the actual cost is. So. $352. Oh, that ain't bad. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I just need to find out where to get Cursebound Gloves. If I can source this easily, then excellent. If I cannot, then fuck it. Because it's a pretty big cost. You're still looking at 75 of those herbs, right? No, not 75. I'm doing 5 casts, so that's 15. Yeah, so I'm looking at 15 herbs for like one of these. Am I doing the math right? No, I'm not. Oh. Cursed Bound Globes. Did my main collect any of those without me knowing? It might make the cost of Tranquility Bloom go up by a little bit, but it's going to depend on how quickly we can pump these out. So, globe. I have no globes. Maybe they're gathered. Let's find out. Now, the neutralized venom clot has a similar look, icon look, to the curse-bound globe. Hunter? Do I have a hunter? Nope, no hunter. Let's get a hunter. Not you. You. Only shows on PTR's reward bags that you've seen them in. That wouldn't be great for me. That wouldn't feel great. Yeah, I'll gather for like a minute. Moving the hide of entry away does save to blueprint, so if anyone wants to play with PTR basements, import code. Okay. What do you mean by when you say that it saves to blueprints? Where am I going? This way. Coil dial, gather stuff, see what happens. I'm not going to gather for too long. I just want to get an idea of where to get the stuff. All right. Why was my name flagged? There was another. I have another character that I transferred name Solid Snake. That's all. So I just needed to change it. So Solid Globe. Good luck, Hunter. So yeah, I'm curious about like, so notice how these two icons between the globe and the venom clot, like it's the same thing, just a different color. So I'm wondering if, you know, they're both new reagents, but I'm wondering if there's like any special relationship, because the venom clot, the tooltip says, this is all that remains after neutralizing venom on the coil dial. So somewhere here, I neutralize venom, and maybe it produces those things, perhaps? Yeah. Oh, were you replying to like non-live stuff, Larry? I wasn't sure who you were talking to, so I'm like, I'll kind of like I'll leave things be for now. So 10 or 15 gathers should be sufficient. My skill isn't all that high, but I'm hoping that it doesn't really need to be that high to at least like find stuff. Man, yeah, I'm remembering stuff from that whole progression thing down in the vaults. It was very involved. You know, so the economy is going to feel like quite the system. But of course, yeah, I want to learn more about this. Ah, there's a lot. Resilient seed. That is just a planted seed, right? Yeah, it's just planting stuff. Yeah, I want to take a close look at that chart. If you move the entryway to level 100, for example, the export does save that data even if there are no other rooms. Ah, I see. That's kind of interesting, actually. So what you did? So is that what you did, Mort? You just moved the floor of the entryway, and then deleted the room, right? That's pretty smart. That's pretty smart. Now the only yeah, I guess that wouldn't be so bad because like the only one who's gonna know that is the builder, right? You know, whoever's going into the house, they don't see floor numbers or anything like that. So they'll just like go to wherever. Yeah. Yeah, I doubt that. I don't think that even if I were to suggest this, and if they said, "Oh, that's a great idea," I doubt that they'll add this in for the patch. Actually, no. I don't think it would be a good idea for them to try to like force patch that in. You know, because that might risk altering people's builds. I think, or no, that might it could do weird things. So like new houses, that would be like that would probably be a useful tip to give to people. It's still a fixable thing. Like you could always demolish the house and then you can paste rooms bit by bit and do that sort of thing. But that's also really troublesome. Like if you're going to be copying blueprints and like if your build is very complicated, like if you have decor that spills into other rooms and you try to copy those rooms, like I don't think it's going to end up clean. It's going to end up like kind of like jacked up looking. Yeah, so maybe I'll test that out really quick. But first, I want to gather just a couple more things. I don't think I'm going to see anything here. Yeah, I'm going to go inside the vault. This character should be able to see stuff. Because I'm just going to the altar to like learn things. And then whee! Alright, so here's Venom Guy. Hello. So you get Venom and coin. What to do? You may find reagents for Elfie's Cauldron. I don't know what that is. You can move safely. Come to assistance. You may find coins. Okay, what are these things? Buffs, 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 buffs. Additional spirits. Inflict poison. Keys. Wards, Venom. Actually, I don't think the tree does anything here. What about you, scholar person? Do you do anything? Nope, that's not a thing. Guard. Okay, so... Where do I get stuff? Granting you volatile venom. Okay, that's the proc. Yeah, I'm not sure. Diggity. Okay, so I'm going to... I want to try something. Okay, which house works though? I think I need to copy my account data again. Yeah. Ugh, that sucks. That's annoying. What's up, Sully? Oh, God. Am I still going to be able to talk up a weekly? I don't know. Oh, well. Oh, no, it's a problem with having that height level, though. The layout editor is inheriting velocity, so it moves fast as hell. Oh, interesting. That's weird. Okay, so home interior. That should work. Ooh, hello. Where the hell am I? Like, whoop, now loading. Oh boy. All right. Interesting how it didn't load me into the entrance of a house that I had copied via PTR. But then again, this is a PTR thing, so weird shit just happens from that. All right, so I'm going to go to the other house. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to see what happens when I'm going to copy Light's Refuge. I'm going to copy my first housing build, one room at a time. And I'm going to see what happens when I paste them in, and just like how damaged does it look if I were to try to do it with a messy build like this. I have a feeling it's not going to work right, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, so here it is, all mostly intact and pretty and everything. I know I have a bunch of these blueprints set up, but I'm just gonna do these again. I'm gonna delete some of this stuff because I don't know if those are good copies. So how am I going to do this? I'm going to do, I guess I'm going to save each room in a certain order. It's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or something like that. Oh, that's going to be really stupid looking. Actually, I'll go 1... because I got to start here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll go there, and then I'll end with the closet. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Save room blueprints. Oops, fudge that up. Let's try that again. Oh God, what have I done? Well, one flaw, whatever. Okay, I'll remember that flaw. It's no big deal. I will live with that. Okay. From the top. I guess I copied the entryway too, huh? How would that work actually? Oh. Yeah, if I replace the entryway, how does that work? Oh, so I guess I'll just call that 1. You can't save or import blueprints of that type from this location. So do I need to be in the room? Boop, right? No, not that. I gotta go into here, and then save as room here. Okay, so I guess I can't really save the entrance? That part kind of sucks. Oh well. If I cannot do that, then I cannot do that. So... Oh, it's still not letting me save? Oh. Is saving blueprints just busted? So why not? Save blueprints. Oh, you know what? There are fewer options. Yeah, oh, okay, now it says current room. You, wait. Okay, so it doesn't let me do that. It does let me do this. Okay, let's try this again from this menu here. Stairwell room. Okay, save. 1. Fine. Stand in the room, I guess? Something like that. Anyway. So can I just do this from here? Yes, I can. Okay. Don't be too crazy with the button pressing, buddy. 3, 4. Five. 6. And 7. Okay. This is going to be great. This is going to be great. Oh, did I not do it? Okay. Guessing interior weight doesn't count as a room? Maybe. That kind of sucks, though. Alrighty. So, blueprints, we add this here. Okay. And then we add number 2. Okay. Now we add number 3. I mean, you shouldn't do this. This is not a great test. You should just copy the whole thing, because you just apply one blueprint and then you're done. You know, that's like the smart thing to do. So here's 4. And then 5 should be a little baby thing that goes here. Okay. And then 6. Whoop. And then finally over here to 7. You need to have a cursed affix? Okay, so I was close. Sort of. Alright. What did I do? So, I have no entrance. Somehow that got preserved. which is interesting. The kitchen looks pretty intact. You know, everything seems fine here. Okay, so this room seems fine so far. Things are connecting all right. This seems to be like still clean as it has been before. Yeah, all this seems to be together, I think. Even my shiny lights, yeah, they're coming down. Yeah, I don't have too many. I just have like a couple of tomes that are coming from that side. It's here where I feel like, okay, what's gonna happen? But so far, at a glance, seems all right. This seems all right. So it's not. I'm not sliding it into another room yet. It's gonna be around. Oh yeah, check it out. Oh no, the damage. Oh no. Oh, the roof. It's gone. Oh no. Well, fiddlesticks. Okay. Oh wait, did it? Yeah. It just there's a lot of stuff that just didn't stay. So like, here's where I would go around, and there's like all the rock things. Like, I go around here, and then there's the potty, and then I go up here, and like here's like the little bedroom. Yeah. You may be able to save the upper half of these rooms separately. It could be, but it feels like, yeah, it does sort of kind of feel as if like the top half just wasn't saved at all. So maybe they do count as like a separate room. I'll have to redo this and then see how it pastes in. Yeah. So kind of a bummer there. Oh no. Then again, okay, that wall panel's not supposed to be there, right? And so I should be able to... Okay, I don't even see the other room. Oh, it's down there. Oh no. Okay, I thought it attached. I guess it attached downstairs, not upstairs. So that screwed up, which means it's behind here. Yeah. There it is. Let me in. Let me through. Let me through. All right. Oh, the dub is saved. Okay, so I definitely made a mistake on importing that fourth room. But yeah, it might be the case where the upstairs needs to be copied separately. So let me look at this again. So I go to floor plan. Go up here. So how would that work? Because yeah. So I only copied the first floor. But then if I copy the second floor, I guess it does count differently. Interesting. Interesting. So let's try that again. We gotta... I think I can back this thing up from where we were just at. So go here. Floor plan. And then autosave from I don't have any autosaves. Oh, I don't have a backup. Wait, I don't have a backup? Crap. Crap. So what is all this? It's not anything. Flamingo. Oh, I think this is it. Maybe. No, I don't have a backup. I have stuff for, I think I need to delete the backups. I guess it might not override stuff. So like, I think I don't know if the backup is full or anything. All right, so anyway, we're back. We're going to try this again. So first, I delete all the things. I know I could just keep using these same ones, but I want to just kind of reset the flow. Okay. Let's begin our dark work, shall we? So I'm on floor 1. So I guess I'll start with, yeah, I'll do kind of the same thing, the whole roundabout, and then do it again. Yeah. Yeah. So starting with floor number 1. Damn it. That's what I get for hitting buttons. Alright, so that takes care of the first floor. Next floor. And then I do the closet. And then outdoor. All right. And I'll leave that closet. I'll leave that kitchen alone. No one cares about the kitchen. So. And let me double check the backups there again too, like because I'm not seeing any new ones pop up. Maybe I didn't scroll right, for all I know. Because if I have to go back and delete previous ones, that's gonna be kind of poop. Yeah, so I have one from the 29th. Can't be renamed or deleted. Bro. So, I mean, I guess that's a way to protect it, but it would be nice if it did continue to back stuff up, so. Oh, well, maybe I'm not understanding the logic of like when things are backed up or not. Maybe I'm not getting it. But oh well. Let's do round 2 of this test again. 1. All right. 2. 3. Link to a message from a person on the document at the school who claimed to have successfully imported a 3-level stairwell room using 3 blueprints. 4. So they managed to complete level 2 stairwell room onto 2 blueprints and then successfully got them back together again. Okay, well, I want to see what happens when I play with this. So this is first floor, second floor now. So now we're doing this stuff, and we'll see how this attaches. So 5 will be attached here. 6. 7. 8. Now I'm on the second floor, so I can put down 9. And finally, or 10. All right, moment of truth. Sorry, closet. You got left out. All right, so looking around, things look pretty good. Except for the big hole right there. Yeah, didn't really, it's not intended. Let's do the climb though. Missing some rock stuff there. And some ceiling stuff. And we are still... Oh. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Okay. So this is kind of what I was first afraid of, and that's why I first thought, okay, if I just do like the bottom things, then I'll be fine. So I imported the upper blueprint onto the second level, and I picked up. It brought in the upper portion along with the room. Okay, that is odd. It really did stretch that one tree. Yeah. Yeah. So now the takeaway is the big dub is fine. We're still good. We're still safe. But yeah, up above is, yeah, that's the whole library spot. Okay. Interesting. I mean, the takeaway here is, you know, complete imports work fine. They seem to work pretty well. Room by room, you know, the advice that I would give to creators is, when it comes to like these sorts of very windy spots that have very close interconnectedness with other rooms, especially going up floors, I don't recommend room by room stuff. It's not quite as modular. It's not going to be as clean. So the workaround is import as a whole, then move rooms around. Something like that, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, just kind of work it backwards. Yeah, because I'm wondering to myself, can I like... So what if I go into edit and then I edit the floor plan? What if I start deleting some of these? So let me go to floor 3. So I deleted that floor now. And then I'll delete this too. I'll delete everything on the second floor. Oops. So second floor, closet, delete, delete. Okay, that deletes the whole thing though. That's a sucky part. Like I can't just delete I can't delete the upper part. So how would I do that? Or would I oh wait, hold on. Hold on. Let me try something else. So what if I do maybe I attached it incorrectly, right? So what I'll do, so this one is 4, right? Select the direction. Wait, select the direction for the new stairwell? Uh, wait, why is it? Wait, no, I'm doing 3, not 4. Select the direction for the new stairwell. Oh wait, no, because oh shit. I need to delete that. Yeah, because I'm up here. That's my bad. Okay, so 3. Okay, so now I'm up here. How would I do this? So now I'm up here on the second floor. If I paste 5 here, that's going to put it on top like it did 4. Which I'm just going to go ahead and do. I'll just leave that up there and whatever. But in this case, now that I'm on the second floor, can I paste 6 here? No, it doesn't let me do that. Damn. Lame. Because I was hoping what it would. I was hoping that I can connect a different way, but I guess that's not going to happen. Shit. Don't put that there. But that attaches that way. Okay. Darn. Yeah, that didn't work. It is kind of cool that this responds pretty quickly and easily. I appreciate that at least. But then here as is, you know, here's like just like the first. Here's just the first floor. So 100 is the top floor? Nice. Yeah, so here it is like this. Now, I did see that thing about it pasting up and down. I thought that was kind of weird and interesting. So if I go here, I go to Edit Floor Plans, go to Blueprints, 5, Imports. Like, I had that option to go up or down, which I thought was interesting. So how do I make that work? Here's an idea. Here's another idea. So I will. Yeah. Okay. Here's the new plan. I'm going to add a room here. I'll add a stairwell on the side, right? Now I can attach it this way, maybe from this direction. Perhaps. I don't know. No, I don't think that's going to work either. Because you can see how this doesn't light up at all. Fuck! What if I'm going about this... Maybe I'm going about this backwards. So I'm gonna delete everything except this first room. So here I am, first floor. We have this first room built, and like that's it. I can make attachments here. So if I were to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I take room number 6 and I attach that from the second floor, I'm prompted to go up or down. If I go up, what did I just do? Oh God, I made a wall. Okay. Okay, well, I just did something. Okay. So if I were to do the same thing, blueprints, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So now, that still shows the upper level only. So how would I do that? How would I do this? Okay, so they said, I just managed to complete a 2-level stairwell room onto 2 blueprints and then successfully got them back together. I made an upper blueprint on a platform I raised well above the level where stuff was disappearing. I already had a blueprint of the lower portion of the room. I imported the upper blueprint onto the second level of the house and picked up. It brought the upper... Oh, okay. I think I get what's going on, but boy, that restricts the way that you end up building. And I don't like that. That's gross. I use the same method of importing the top down and finally successfully import my level 3 staircase room using 3 blueprints. The saves have to be done from standing in the correct portion for each blueprint. The imports have to be done from the top down using the up option for the... It's so confusing. Copy the whole damn thing. Just do a full copy, man. Because that'll easily, like, piss off the client to no end. Yeah, that'll be, that will be rough. Wait, hold on. Did I just do that right? Jesus. So it took a while, but a sponsor paid me, and then they're like, "Hey, we got something. We got something for like $50. Are you down?" $50, bro. I'm not even trying to give off "Do you know who I am?" kind of energy. That's like, yo, that's kind of insulting to anybody, man. $50, you crazy. You might as well just say, "Oh, you know, you'll get like name recognition or something. You'll get it. You know, we'll pay you an exposure." You might as well just offer me that. Sheesh. I'll still say no, but holy cow. $50, man. Okay. So I did want to talk about stuff. How am I going to do this? Because I'm like, I'm all scatterbrained right now. Let's see. I'll just pull up the article things, and then I'll just kind of rip something and just start ranting. It is the whole Final Fantasy thing. It is a fun topic to bring up. I think I want to mostly focus on that. Oh, there's a new comic out too. Nice. Yeah. Okay, so there's that, and then where's the thing? I know there's a Wildhead article that talked about this. Something Final Fantasy. Here we go. That'll work. People paying more to work at the White House. That's true. That is true. LM I won't even put up a shelf for a friend for $50. Oh, yeah, that's $50 plus like lunch, dinner, and all that stuff. I'll be right back. Okay, there was someone just messaged me about something. Yeah. Or not. Okay. Can't even hire unskilled day labor for $50. Yeah, I know that's like 2 hours of work, maybe, right? So will Leftover Crest turn into tomorrow when 12.1 comes? From testing so far, yes. That's what it had. That's what I've seen so far. Well, so I don't have like a weekly to record, but I did at least want to like talk about like some big business, I guess, or like things that have been circulating around social media this week. News related stuff. Of course, 12.1 is like the big thing that's going on. We got the official announcement. It's going to come out the week of the 11th or 12th or so. I'm going to have some cool plans that I'll be talking about, not today, but I'll be talking about them as we get closer to patch time, because it might be a lot of fun, especially for housing folk, and even interesting for non-housing folk, because hopefully there'll be some cool stuff coming in the near future. But I do want to talk about this. Grabbing this from Wowhead, it made the rounds during Final Fantasy XIV's Fan Fest. It's like their BlizzCon of sorts, where they have like these series of conventions that go on like all over the world, and then they kind of like piecemeal reveals and news about upcoming stuff about their game Final Fantasy XIV, which in the past, the real quick crash course. Like, it came out at first, people didn't like it, they shut the thing down, rebuilt it from the ground up pretty much, called it A Realm Reborn. The rest is history. Even back then, the game director, the current game director, and even I think the one before, like, they were heavily inspired by World of Warcraft as, like, the thing to kind of look up to. And then, of course, they made their own style of MMO since then. And of course, at least between fandoms, between the WoW fandom and the Final Fantasy fandom, there's always a lot of like this, right? Like, you have that kind of like regular beefing from certain folks that are like, oh, which game is better, and so on and so forth. And meanwhile, other folks are like, I play both, I'm just gonna enjoy myself. And I myself personally, like, I enjoy it as a visitor. Like, I'll come by every now and then, drop by every few expansions and like check things out. I haven't checked anything out for a while. But at some point, I'll re-up the sub, play through the story, be like, all right, sweet, awesome story, and then, dip out and then get back to housing here in WoW. So this recent article comes from FanFest, where the game director is just kind of like lost in World of Warcraft because they had tried out housing, but I guess it's better for me to read the quote that was provided here. So they were asked from Gamer Escape, do you have any plans to modernize the housing system in Final Fantasy XIV going forward? This is especially under the context of, hey, WoW's come out with their own version of housing. People are liking it. Do you have a response to that? And so he says, oh yes, I think this question has maybe been refined. It's a little bit vague, a little bit more ambiguous. I get the feeling that what you really want to ask is, well, World of Warcraft, it's come up with this amazing housing system. How about Final Fantasy 14? So I'm sure all of those journalists and creators out there who have been with us on this journey for a long time, back at the time of the World Reborn, I think you would know that we have an immense respect for the World of Warcraft team. So when we saw that the WoW team announced the expansion and this new housing system, and they said this specifically that they looked to 14 and incorporated things which they wanted to surpass us on, I think that in itself is very much a sense of great honor for us to hear. And of course, I had some hands-on time with the WoW housing system myself, and I really do appreciate it. It's amazing. We always like taking on new challenges. So this time around, when I tried WoW's housing, I thought it really is amazing, and it's been a good source of research. So I can't exactly say when it'll happen, but what I can say is that for sometime in, during the course of their patch series of this upcoming expansion called Evercold, we're planning 2 very big overhauls for housing. Didn't say anything yet, but folks have been reacting to this. First off, it's like the whole, wow, it's great that we see developers praising each other, which is, I was saying this earlier, it's not so much of a surprise, it's more like a reminder. The gaming industry and its staff and the folks that work on these things, it's pretty small by comparison to other software industries. A lot of folks, it's not like a village, it's not that small town, but people tend to know each other. It's a smaller family. And so when it comes to, think of like the fandoms, like we're down here and we're like rubble, Final Fantasy 14 versus WoW, classic versus retail, that sort of thing. And we kind of butt heads, and not even to say above it, but more like behind the curtain among developers, folks are cool. It's not like they're like really like fighting each other. It's the business of things, and they're just trying to carve out their audiences and try to make something cool for their audience. But of course, every now and then there might be a little bit of that light ribbon. But what it really boils down to is to not have that sort of negativity on top of, people just trying to work hard and keep their jobs and all that. They just want to make something cool. Now, as someone who, I only barely touched their housing system. Like, I made an apartment. Those things are free. But largely, Final Fantasy XIV is all about scarcity. In order to get a house, you have to find the plot that you want, and then you have to bid for it. Hopefully you get it. And once you do have it, you got to kind of hold on to it, because if your sub happens to lapse for a certain amount of time, a couple of months or so, then your house is demolished. You lose that plot. Someone else can move in. If your sub continues to lapse, because what happens in 14, when your house is demolished, all that stuff is put into a little mail bag, and it's, put into a mailbox somewhere, and you got to claim it. If you don't claim it, that bag will disappear too. So things that were in it, and these are things that I'm being told, things that are in it, including stuff that you only have one of, unique items, stuff you bought from the shop as well, that stuff can potentially disappear. And so that's been a source of a lot of friction. And some folks, they've written narratives to suggest the game kind of holds you hostage. It's like, yo, you're in it now. Now you're kind of like sunk into this. You got to stay, otherwise you're going to lose your house and maybe all your stuff if your sub continues to lapse, or if something happens and, you just can't re-up. Unlike World of Warcraft, where you have, you have very little friction. Like, yo, you want the place you want? Cool. Just keep searching for it, and then you'll eventually get the view and the place that you want, and that's fine. And so I kind of want to highlight the difference there, because there's a lot of complaints that go on about World of Warcraft housing, where, especially with neighborhoods, some folks will complain, oh, my neighborhood's dead. There's like no one doing anything. There's no one going around doing stuff. All the houses, they just look like little placeholders, like they just put stuff down and like that's it. And a big reason because of that is because of the accessibility. It's kind of the consequence that happens when you are able to just have a house and it's there forever and it's never going to go away. Folks will, of course, take that for granted and be like, oh, well, I'll get back to that whenever I feel like it. That's me too. Like my exterior looks like nothing pretty much. The interior is different, but the exterior doesn't look very impressive. And so people who are doing flybys in the neighborhoods, if you can find the neighborhood that you want to fly by, more often than not, you're not going to find a whole lot of stuff there. In 14, it's less likely. And again, it's because of the whole scarcity aspect of things. Folks who are into housing, they're very much into the game. They're really all in. They have, it's that next level of investment because one, they're doing stuff with their house, and two, they retain their subscription for the entire time. So that's kind of the difference that we see something here. So, but it's also a complaint. Again, there are folks who think that they're forced to maintain their subscription just so they can keep their house. And so when they're talking about two big overhauls, there are only two things that I have in mind that I feel like are going to be like really effective on their part. One is if they adopt the freeform placement that WoW enjoys. It's a big plus that we can kit bash things however we like. We're able to make some crazy kinds of shapes. Every house that bothers with the advanced movement, it's going to feel unique in crazy ways. I mean, 14 has some wild builds as well. In many ways, they surpass World of Warcraft. But the fact that we can shape things the way we like here, and given the age of housing in WoW, the sky's the limit. There's a lot more that WoW will be capable of doing. And so over time, I'm hoping that that's one of the things that 14 develops. The other thing, too, is the scarcity aspect. And I think that's going to be the tougher one. There are two hurdles to overcome with that. Like, one, it's going to cost Square Enix a whole lot of money in order to create a world where there is no scarcity. They're going to have to hold on to a lot more data. There's like storage and yada yada. And then, with current pricing, that can get pretty crazy. WoW is willing to eat the cost. Will Final Fantasy XIV do it? After so many years, they haven't done it. So it's hard to see if they're going to adopt that sort of practice. But it's not just it's not just monetary. Like as I described, when it comes to WoW housing, you have a lot of empty neighborhoods. A lot of them feel like dead. There's not a lot going on. In 14, not as much, but it's because of the nature of things. So it's like, how do you do it? Or how do you manage a little bit of both? Where you can have everyone have the kind of house they want, where they want it, but also make things feel very vibrant and alive and everything. I'm not quite sure how to do it. There are other things too. There are other conversations going on in the space that I'm not knowledgeable about. Things that allude to like housing sizes and budgets and things like that. But those I think are like the really big ones. And that's kind of why I wanted to like bring this sort of thing up. It's kind of a big topic that mostly affects this game. That's what the news is about. But also like, depending on what Final Fantasy XIV does, what is WoW going to do in response? Or do they need to respond? Or should they just kind of focus on building up whatever that they're trying to do? Because there's a lot of catching up that WoW has to do as well. There's Transmog as the core. There is, pets are coming. Mounts aren't here quite yet. Hunter pets aren't here. NPCs aren't here. There's a good ways to go. And it's not just 14 that is a great inspiration for housing. Other things like Elder Scrolls Online, that's been a big one that folks have looked at. People have looked into the past with WildStar as a place for WoW to adopt ideas from. So I'm gonna be curious to see like what other folks are going to be looking for when it comes to like updates with housing. But it is nice to see at least a little peek behind the curtain, what developers are saying of each other. And if you happen to follow developers on social media, for the most part, they tend to like glaze each other on the regular. Like people are very appreciative of each other's work, and they'll be like, oh, I played this other game, like a competitor's game, and it's great, and so on and so forth. So I advise following more game developers. They are, for the most part, I think like by and large, all very pleasant people to listen to, just like this conversation here. Ooh, that was a talk. Damn. Uh, a smaller building has moved to the same public neighborhoods, which helps to keep things going in our neighborhoods. I feel like private ones are just the way to go. Like if you have a group of friends, cool. I don't know what the restrictions are anymore. You figure out the blueprint thing for multi-floors, by the way. If you want to type it out in our channel, one of our channels, I'm interested to see, because I read that and I'm like, oh, that's a lot. I didn't quite fully understand. I think I know what's going on, but I'd want to try it out and put it into practice. I'll probably do that for like the next video thing. I don't think there's really much for me to say about the D&D stuff. It's just like, hey, that's cool. But I don't play D&D, so yeah, I really have no reaction to this. I have no reaction to like what we get or how it all works. I don't understand like the whole class subclass thing. I probably don't care too much about the thing about the pets and decor. It's got to be sick to have me consider getting it. Or if Blizzard's like, hey, you want a thing, and then you can just talk about it. Oh yeah, I'll do that. Like it'll teach we have 5 shards in neighborhoods. I'm surprised we even got to 2. But then I think we only got to 2 shards in our neighborhood because people got a house just to have a house. Like they made it, they made a point of, hey, we want to reserve plots. We want to have the plots that we want. All right, fight for it. And I kind of figured that something like this is going to happen, where people are going to have their house and then immediately just not do anything because reasons, No big deal. That's going on. So yeah. Well, for me, I'm not a D&D player, so like for me, it's definitely like you gotta sell me on this. This does not elicit a, ooh, this will finally get me into D&D. And if this doesn't, nothing will. Nothing will get me into this. But who knows? Like, I might get talked into trying out a campaign or whatever one time, and I might freaking love it. As long as get endeavors done, I don't care if my guildies built their house. I mean, that's the thing. Like, it's like because endeavors are so soft, it's as passive as the trading post. I think that's the kind of problem this endeavors gave itself. It's like it's got to have more to it. I think that'll be the weekly. I think it'll just be that one topic, and boom, there we go, content. Because that's all that really interests me this week. Then I'll just be working on a bunch of patch stuff. All right, so let me get back on this guy really quick on the main account. Yes. Universe continues to conspire to unlock me the role player. I've seen a number of comments that say, oh, you would make a good dungeon master person. I'm like, I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know if I can like improv stuff for that long. But like, doesn't the dungeon master have to like make up all sorts of stories, and like not just on the fly, but they have to like write up campaigns and things like that. And yeah, I don't know how that works. I'm like, that's a lot of work, dude. All right. So I wanted to check on, not fishing. Oh, I want to be on the PTR actually. Here we go. So someone said something about being cursed, right? So something about being cursed and then you can gather stuff. I think it was Patty who was talking about that, because Patty is so smart. Patty's on top of this shit. You don't need to, but figuring things beforehand can help the brain load. Yeah, it'd be terrible. Oh, I believe it. I don't know what to do, dude. Okay, so not this person. But I will go back to the surface. I have a feeling this is a surface thing. So, repairs. I want the winds to hide me. Nope. So this is the main part. Flight point up there is what takes me to the surface. Okay. Avoid the Mercer effect. Never watched Critical Role, so like that's how little. That's how nothing I know. I know less than shit. And I don't even have a flight point to take me to the surface. That's great. That's Wonderbar. Okay, so how do I get out of here? So I think it's gonna be up here. Right. Came from there. Okay, definite rule of thumb. Get the damn flight point on the surface. Whee! So it's around, yeah, so it's that around there where you hit the load screen. Not so much here though. But maybe I did hit it. I don't know. One thing I like to see for housing is a larger multi-floor room than the stairwells. So basically, yeah, so you just want a bigger thing, right? I get it. I mean, some people, they just want to make a giant pit. You know, it's like, yo, I want to make Firelands. You know? And I don't want it to look like just like a series of caves. I want Firelands, not Molten Core. Right? I get that. I feel it. Okay, despite the whole scatter shot kind of data gathering that I'm doing, like, this actually gave me a lot of information. So I have a lot of clues to get me to where I want to go for alt experience, profession stuff, general gameplay of the zone content. Yeah, just kind of like the look and feel, the flow, and then I'll have like the gearing guide, which is mostly self-explanatory. Like it's not going to be anything different. Like people that want to gear, one thing I'm going to say is, oh, you can just ignore everything here, or ignore this next section that I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk to the world content and delve and pray people. It's going to be a separate conversation for the instance folk. And the instance folk, I'm just going to say, it's the same shit. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay, you know, that's what it'll be. So the short of it is you import from the top down. Oh, that's messy. So you're basically making like fake rooms, sort of. Kind of, sort of. Okay, so I'm gonna look for a person that might start a quest that gives me this whole cursed thing. You know, that should be a pink triangle. Now that I think about it, like Captain whatever his name is over there, that should be a pink triangle. Yeah, so it can just kind of like direct counter curse bounty. Yeah, so maybe this will do something. Oh, defeat a cursors. That's not it. That's not it. And import one fake room above your page that you just gotta go in at the end. Okay. I'll try practicing that later. That'll be useful for the blueprint write-up that I want to do. Okay, so... Oh, Kevin, talk... Oh, wait. So you don't give me a quest? Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, is it because I already did the quest related to him? That could be it. So let me go to that island. Yeah, I think I might have messed things up because I'm on an alt now. Hello to you. No, you're not giving me anything to do either. Shoot. So there might be things that I have to do to unlock some of this. Okay, and then there's Abyss Anglers all the way out there. Alright, so those are different things. Yeah, that's not it. Those are all different things. Shoot. Alright, so I'm going to raid myself now. And pray this works. So, boop. All right. Now I'm just waiting for it to hopefully pop up. And there we go. Okay, cool. And now I raid myself. And no channels found. Dear, it's doing it again. Oh well, let's go on to this guy in the meantime. It's not popping up. Okay. I'm glad this is hopefully the last time I have to do this. Okay, it says it's offline though. Come on, man. Blizzbugs? Nah, this is a oh, now it's I think it's live now. Okay. Alright, so I'll leave that alone. There we go. Sheesh. All right. 5 segundos. All right, and off we go. Woo. All right, yay. So I'll let that thing run for a bit before I shut down the other stream, and we should be good. All right, so I wanted to double check like what quest I happen to be on. so I picked up Venom Fishing. I picked up this thing from Taka, but I need to find the whole quest to cleanse stuff while gathering. I might need to just like do a normal playthrough of like some of these quests to like see what unlocks. I think that's gonna be kind of a bummer, but oh, I don't think there's much I can do about that. Okay, so it's kind of weird. I know I'm streaming on 2 channels at once, but like my streaming software is not looking right. It says that I'm not streaming. So I'm kind of scared what happens if I shut down the other stream. That would not be good. So I'm not gonna stay on for too much longer. I just want to make sure I get like credit for all this stuff. And looks like I did. So now no, that's the wrong thing. That's not it. Here we go. Creator dashboard. Here we go. So now, path to affiliate is complete. Yay! Now what? Get started. Okay. Enable 2-factor. I thought I did. Select pay. Oh, I gotta do that stuff later. I'll do that later. Did the channel go offline? It did go offline. Oh no. How weird. So I think I'm borked now. Nope, no, it shows me back up again. Oh, that's funny. Well, it's very unsteady right now. So the stream may drop like at any time, which is kind of stupid, but oh well. All right, so I guess somehow I'll just need to find out how to unlock the curse thing on an alt. Or, you know, cleansing stuff on an alt. Oh well. I'm happy with just keeping most of the mechanics of Season 1 with gear and alts through Dells. Felt pretty good in Season 1. The flow seems to be fine. It's mostly raids that are being effective in a mostly good way. So, yeah. Yeah, it looks like the thing is just busted. It does not want to, I think it really doesn't like it when I try, when the software doesn't like it when I try to raid myself. Or when I try to activate 2 streams at once. It is not good. So, kind of a bummer there. Oh well. For folks on YouTube, y'all haven't been affected at all, so hey, awesome. If you folks, whoever is still managing to watch, if you guys don't mind, if you want to go to if you want to go to twitch.tv/AroundAsroth reruns, that is the name of the channel. Give it a follow, and hopefully shortly I will have the 24-hour stream up and running, and it's just going to keep running forever and ever and ever and ever until I need to do maintenance on it. So it might be up shortly if I can get everything up and running. Otherwise, I'm still going to be working on the channel, getting certain things, bots and all that stuff running correctly. But I think it is time for me to go, especially because right now it feels like everything is hanging by a few threads of duct tape. So You folks have a great weekend. I'll see you guys for the next thing. Maybe, because I'm going to be mostly off from streams next week. It's going to be wild. But you guys have a good one. And I'll see you later. Stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, stay